phone.
Sir,
No, I understand.
I was not talking to you.
Okay.
You know what? You better check that attitude.
I don't have
You
that.
check the attitude. Do not have to answer everything I say. I have Hashim and Iris Yassine versus Shannon Somerville and Joseph Walters Jackson.
Hello, Your Honor.
How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. All right. How much are you claiming is owed in rent?
Your Honor, in rent, she owes 1,323,
1,300 and what?
23.75. That's in rent. But there are other, after we took over the place, we looked it up and do all the repairs, the total will be 2,637.52.
Whoa. Are they no longer in the property?
No,
you're
gone.
You're gone. Then why am I here on this case?
I don't know. They owe rent, Your Honor.
He told me not to
You
pay.
just, ma'am,
Go ahead, sorry.
thank you for allowing me to go ahead in my courtroom.
She didn't pay the rent for October and November, Your Honor.
And you filed a case for judgment for possession.
No, I filed a case for judgment and for payment. The problem was that at the beginning, when I went to pay, they didn't charge me for the money part.
If they didn't charge you, I can't give you a money judgment.
Your Honor, I already paid again the money part, and we are again with a new
I
debt.
don't have a receipt.
I have the
Do you have, just hold on.
Mhm.
Do you see it?
Oh, I paid it by phone.
Sir,
No, I understand.
I was not talking to you.
Okay.
You know what? You better check that attitude.
I don't have
You
that.
check the attitude. Do not have to answer everything I say.
Okay, Your Honor.
Court's gonna stand in recess. I'll call your case back up next block. And I don't need to hear anything out of either one of you. You have a list of damages. Well, first of all, the other supplemental fee was paid. However, it was very late because it was on the 12th that we were at a hearing and it didn't get paid till January 2nd, which is why we're up today. I will, however, allow it in this case and allow this to go forth without a new filing. The list that you have of rent and damages, that needs to be, a copy of that needs to be made. You need to send a copy to the defendants and you need to file a copy with the court. That will give you an what did I say?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be helpful.
You're not. You have not seen a copy, correct?
I suppose I did, but he sent me a text message of some random prices. So yes, maybe.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. Provide that, a copy to the court, a copy to them. You get a chance to look it over, decide if you want to get counsel or what you want to do with it, and determine the disputing of the documents. Was there a rental check-in list that was filled out by the tenants when they moved in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was there a checkout list prepared?
No, Your Honor, they left without even, they just left, Your Honor, and they didn't leave a forwarding address or anything, which is one thing that I would like to ask, Your Honor. Can we please get the address so that we can notify them in case we need to notify them?
Correct your address with the clerk's office. You take a look at the documents, decide what you're disputing, what you're not disputing. You need to file a copy with the clerk's office for the court. Adjourning this to a final settlement conference, February 10th, 2026, 9 a.m.
Your Honor, can I give them the documents that you are asking me to give them right now?
They're right on the table.
Yes.
Don't hand it to them, set it right on the table. There's your copy. Okay? You guys can go and take a look at that. We'll see everybody on the 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come across in any way. I do not have an attitude, Your Honor. I'm sorry I offended you in any way.
I'm not offended. When I tell people to be quiet, they need to be quiet.
Okay.
Thank you. Like now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
It was a close call. Everybody was going to get locked up. We were just going to start picking people out. Stephen Gentley?
Gentley?
Versus Amanda Rain.
For the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Hello. Thank you. All right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, this was a put over from last week with there was some question about the plaintiff being the owner of the property or
Yes.
not. So we have an amended complaint that we filed that includes the original plaintiff as well as his parents who own the property. And they also,
Did you get a copy of the amended complaint?
it was mailed to her.
Okay. So who was the rental agreement with?
She never had a rental agreement with anybody.
Well, I mean, there would have been some oral agreement.
No, she was living with the plaintiff. The plaintiff's,
Not mother and dad, but the other plaintiff. All right. All right. What do you have to say to this, ma'am?
So, Your Honor, we've been here a few times over this, and it's been the same thing. His parents, he filed the, as you know, I'm not a lawyer, but he filed the
Complaint or the notice to quit?
He sent me with the original complaint months ago stating that he had a lease, but his lease expired back in 2010. And I'm good friends with his mother because him and I have known each other since we were 14 years old. And we were in a relationship, and I've lived with him for over 5 years and always paid my rent, always paid my bills. There was a domestic disturbance that started where he threatened me and I had to call the police. And therefore, he decided to not be at the house as much. And once that started, I tried paying rent to him and he declined it. I have messages of it saying, hey, here's your rent, come get it. And he was like, nope, I don't want it. And then eventually he started court proceedings saying that he was the landlord-tenant, and it wasn't. He doesn't have a current lease, and his attorneys keep saying that he does when he doesn't. I have a copy. His last lease was in 2010. And then his mother never gave me a lease. And I just spoke to his mother not too long ago, and she goes, I really hope you guys can work this out. I don't want to do an eviction, all this other stuff. And it's still, he keeps continually bringing me back to court over this. And I have lots of messages where I text him saying, we've been through a lot together. Let's work this out. I need time to move and find something. As we know, rent right now is $2,000 a month everywhere. I'm like, I need time to save money. I can pay you. And we have a dog together, and he's bedbound. Stefan has not been there one time to visit him. Anything. So I've been paying for medications, constant care of him. And so now I'm worried about, he's trying to evict me when I'm trying to work things out just to get time, like I want to move. I don't want to be there. And I agree, I want to move.
When was this domestic?
Your Honor, there was no charges, and believe me, that this is a smoke or,
Well, I don't know that that's going to be true.
okay,
Because they
well,
were here before.
and it's not a divorce case.
I understand it's not a divorce case, but I also have a certain policy. I mean, people are living together and they're trying to move out. I mean, this is the second case, I do believe.
This is,
And the first case, and I don't think you were involved, Mr. Freeman, it was clear to me what the heck was going on. The one thing I didn't know about, although I suspected was happening, was the domestic disturbance. That's why I'm just trying to get a framework here. I don't think, given what I saw in the first case, that it is entirely just a smoke screen.
well, I think YPD might disagree with you, but
Well, I don't, Mr. Friedman, I don't care. I mean, sometimes domestic charges aren't filed. That doesn't mean that there's not a domestic.
okay.
And if there's a domestic that happens, in particular where the parties have been together and all of a sudden, and I'll frankly put it to you, I felt that your client basically was saying, woman, you're not going to obey me, kind of thing. And then this is what happens.
That's exactly.
And I'm going to tell you, Mr. Freeman, I got that from the first hearings on the first case. Your client did not acquit himself very well before me.
Okay, Your Honor, I understand that he didn't come off very well. I get it. But at the same time, the property's owned by his parents. He's there under a month-to-month lease. He's been there for years, 10 years. His parents have given him authorization to bring this action. I have a signed statement from the parents that he has the authority to bring this action. However, they have signed or allowed me or approved for me to file an amended complaint in which they are the plaintiffs. So I have a situation where the owners of the property are requesting that she be, that their tenancy be terminated and she leave.
When was the domestic?
The domestic was in, I believe it was in June over, I can't remember the exact date in June, but there was about 7 officers that showed up because he spit in my face and then raised a hot greasy pan to me. And I served that hot greasy pan to me and said, you're going away for a long time. And he wouldn't, the argument started because our dog was sick and he wouldn't put the air in and it was 95 degrees in the apartment. And I said, I pay rent, I pay for the utilities, please install the air conditioning.
Okay.
And he started
I don't-
screaming at me.
Ma'am, how much time did you need?
Honestly, Your Honor, I would like to get 90 days, but I don't know how the law.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
What's as soon as you can get out? You want to move.
I do 60 days.
Given the length of relationship and everything else, how long are they willing to give her, Mr. Freeman?
End of February.
There really isn't an issue for me to try in this case. I'm going to grant judgment for possession on the termination case, but the writ will issue March 13th, 2026.